Hidden beyond the dust and sun of East Africa's plains, a futuristic skyline is quietly rising. Roads gleam under new solar lamps. Camera poles hum with sensors. Beneath the ground, kilometers of fiber optic cables snake toward a data center pulsing with artificial intelligence. It's not Dubai, Shenzhen, or Silicon Valley. It's a city called Kanza Technopolis, and it's being built in Kenya to prove that Africa can create a smart metropolis designed and powered by its own people. Kenya's government first announced Kanza more than a decade ago, a 5,000-acre silicon savanna meant to anchor the nation's digital economy. For years, it was dismissed as a dream, a mirage of renderings and empty fields. But slowly, the dust turned into roads, glass towers, and one of the most advanced data infrastructures on the continent. Today, engineers call it the most intelligent square mile in Africa. At the heart of Kanza lies a command hub known as the Intelligent Operations Center. Here, banks of screens flicker with live feeds of traffic, water flow, energy consumption, and security alerts. Algorithms predict congestion before it happens. AI models balance electricity use across districts. Even waste collection trucks move on optimized routes generated by machine learning. Nothing here is random. Everything runs on data. Kenya partnered with global technology firms and local startups to make this real. Chinese engineers helped lay the fiber. European consultants provided the city's digital blueprint. Kenyan AI researchers now train the systems that run it. The result is a rare collaboration. African-built intelligence running on international infrastructure, producing lessons that bigger economies are starting to study. Yet Kanza is only part of the story. Across the continent, another secret city is taking shape, Kigali Innovation City in Rwanda. From a distance, it looks like a new university complex. But look closer, and you'll see a network of AI laboratories, robotic startups, and data centers designed to plug directly into Rwanda's national fiber backbone. The city runs on algorithms that adjust lighting, monitor air quality, and manage electric mobility fleets in real time. Even its transport hubs collect anonymized sensor data to improve design. Rwanda's goal is bold: turn a landlocked nation with limited natural resources into a digital services powerhouse. With partners from Africa 50, the African Development Bank, and private investors from Asia and the Middle East, Kigali Innovation City could generate billions in ICT exports and thousands of AI-related jobs. But there's another layer to this story, one that hides in the clouds above these cities. Every data signal, every camera feed, every satellite image of Africa's digital boom attracts global attention. As African governments build smart infrastructure, superpowers are watching closely. The United States sees the continent's AI race as the next frontier for innovation and influence. China views its Belt and Road Digital Corridor as a way to integrate African smart cities with its technology standards. The European Union wants data governance and privacy frameworks aligned with its regulations. Russia, Turkey, and Gulf states are also quietly investing in telecoms and cybersecurity systems. The rivalry isn't about land anymore. It's about algorithms, data, and orbital space. Dozens of small satellites, built in South Africa, Nigeria, and Kenya, now orbit the continent, gathering imagery for agriculture, weather, and defense. Private companies are racing to provide high-speed internet from the stratosphere. Behind the scenes, AI-powered surveillance tools are being tested to track traffic, crime, and sometimes dissent. For African nations, this dual reality, progress and vulnerability, defines the present. Building AI-driven cities means building systems that know everything: who moves where, what resources are used, and how citizens interact. The promise is efficiency and safety. The risk is dependence on foreign code and cloud infrastructure. At Kanza, engineers stress that sovereignty is key. Kenya's National Data Center, located within the Technopolis, is owned and operated by the government, not an overseas corporation. The center handles secure communications, e-government services, and cloud hosting for local firms. Still, the hardware often comes from abroad, and cybersecurity experts warn that supply chain transparency is vital. In Kigali, the approach is similar but scaled to local strengths. The Innovation City focuses on education and entrepreneurship, encouraging African universities to lead AI research instead of outsourcing it. The city's design includes ethical AI guidelines and open data initiatives to prevent monopolization. Yet not everything glows with optimism. Some plots at Kanza remain unoccupied. Startups struggle to afford rent. Bureaucracy slows development. Critics call it a smart city without citizens. Others argue that secrecy and limited media access create a mystique, fueling global speculation that something bigger is happening beneath the surface. And in a way, it is. Kanza and Kigali are testing grounds for how Africa will define its digital sovereignty. The same AI that routes buses and manages waste could one day predict droughts, track disease outbreaks, and coordinate renewable energy grids across borders. These cities are microcosms of a continent preparing for a data-driven century. To outsiders, Africa's smart city revolution still feels hidden, overshadowed by narratives of poverty and crisis. But inside control rooms and research labs, a new generation of African coders and engineers are writing the continent's next chapter. They're not copying Silicon Valley. They're building something tuned to African realities, solar-powered, mobile-first, multilingual, and increasingly autonomous. The implications are enormous. A network of AI-linked cities across Africa could reshape trade, governance, and education. Imagine connected urban centers from Nairobi to Kigali, Accra to Cape Town, all sharing data to optimize transport, energy, and healthcare. For global powers, partnering with these systems means access to one of the fastest-growing data markets on Earth. For Africans, it could mean control over their digital destiny, or a new form of dependency if they lose it. In 2025, as AI becomes the world's most valuable resource, the competition for Africa's algorithms intensifies. U.S. agencies offer funding for digital infrastructure. Chinese firms offer turnkey smart city packages. European councils provide grants for AI ethics and governance. Each partnership promises progress, and each carries influence. Behind the glass walls of Kanza's operations center, an engineer looks up at a live map. Tiny pulses of light mark power stations, water sensors, and buses. On another screen, a weather model predicts rainfall using satellite data. To her, it's just another shift. To the world, it's a glimpse of Africa's digital awakening. Perhaps the most remarkable fact is how quietly it's happening. There are no Hollywood headlines, no viral drone tours, no billionaire space tourists. Just patient construction, datasets, and algorithms learning Africa's rhythm. That's why it feels hidden, not because it's secret, but because it's unseen. When people hear AI City, they imagine something foreign, futuristic, unreachable. Yet the story unfolding in Kenya and Rwanda is deeply human. Farmers checking rainfall predictions via machine learning models, students coding on solar-powered laptops, health systems using AI to spot disease patterns in rural clinics. This is AI grounded in reality, not fantasy. The secret, then, isn't a hidden city in the desert. It's the quiet transformation already underway, a city of ideas, built by Africans, guided by data, and powered by ambition. And while the world debates who controls artificial intelligence, Africa is quietly proving that intelligence can be local, ethical, and revolutionary. As dusk falls over Kanza Technopolis, the streetlights come alive one by one, perfectly timed by an algorithm that learns from yesterday's sunset. In Kigali, electric buses hum through smart intersections that sense traffic flow. Satellites glide silently above, capturing images of change. No, it isn't a city hidden from the world. It's a world that hasn't yet looked closely enough. And when it finally does, it will see that Africa's future isn't waiting to be built. It's already glowing on the horizon.